Hi, Taylor T. Carlson here, and the good people at Scream Factory are at it again, bringing us another classic horror masterpiece. This time around, from the mid-'80s, we have The Return of the Living Dead. This is a title that Scream Factory had previously released on Blu-ray, but now we have it on 4K. I'll do my usual unboxing of this release, I'll talk a little bit about the movie, and I'll share my opinions with you. Love this cover art here, that's just hilarious. They're back from the grave and ready to party. Of course, you got someone coming out of the grave, spray painting the tombstone. Classic. There's our spine text on the other side. Back of our slipcover, listing description of the film, legalese, credits, special features, and there's a lot of those in this set. Under our slipcover, you pretty much have the same thing. Disappointingly, no reversible artwork on this one. Here's our 4K disc. Here's our Blu-ray disc of the film and some special features. And our last Blu-ray disc that's a bunch of additional special features. I do believe all these features were also in the previous release. I don't think there's anything brand new here. I don't own that release, so unfortunately I can't verify that for sure. Just when you thought it was safe to go back to the cemetery, those brain-eating zombies are back and hungry for more tasty mortals. A fiendish mix of outrageous humor and heart-stopping terror, this veritable smorgasbord of fun delivers skin-crawling jolts, eye-popping visuals, and relentless surprises. When an accident at a medical supply warehouse reanimates an army of corpses, they arise from their graves with a ravenous hunger for human brains. Now, this film was created by John Russo, who previously collaborated with George A. Romero on Night of the Living Dead, but the two ended up having a falling out, and both went on to make their own films. Russo retained the rights to create sequels that had the title Living Dead, whereas George Romero's sequels simply had the word dead in them. Romero followed up, Night of the Living Dead with Dawn of the Dead, Day of the Dead, Land of the Dead, and so forth. And there are actually several Return of the Living Dead films. I've only ever seen the original one, which is here. It was a lot of fun revisiting this one for its debut on 4K. And the description on the package sums it up perfectly. It's the equal mix of terror and hilarious comedy. I mean, the characters include, people who work in a medical supply company, a funeral home director, a group of punk rockers, and a military general and his bored wife. Seeing these personalities clash and, of course, have to deal with the undead is pretty hilarious. Special effects are quite good as well. And overall, it's a pretty well-made film. Unlike George Romero's sequels to Night of the Living Dead, which were more, satirical and had a lot of social commentary, this one pretty much just goes all out for horror, violence, and comedy alike, and it really succeeds when it comes to all three. You're not going to find something that's profound, deep thinking, or will have you contemplating the meaning of life here, but you will get 90 minutes of hilarity and violence, and in the end, isn't that all we can really ask for? Return of the Living Dead makes its 4K debut here, and I'm happy to say that the application of HDR works wonders for this film since so much of it takes place at night in dimly lit locations, and that gives us a nice little uptick. It's just what this movie needed, and I really am glad to see Scream Factory going back and putting some of their previous Blu-ray titles out in native 4K, and they just, for the most part, this being no exception, they all look great. Now, like I said before, this ports over the bonus features from older releases, and as you can see here, there's a ton of stuff to go through, including the final Blu-ray disc being nothing but special features. I mean, you got an episode of Horror's Hallowed Grounds. Those are always a lot of fun to watch. Scream Factory has those on a lot of their Halloween reissues as well. And then there's a lot of documentaries and EPK type stuff. And I don't think anyone's going to be bored with what they have here if they're a fan of the film. For anyone who is a fan, the picture quality is great. There's a ton of bonus features. I wish maybe there'd been a little bit more in the way of new bonus features, but a minor complaint in the long run. Are you a fan of The Return of the Living Dead? Is this one of your personal favorite films? When it comes to zombie movies and all the movies that sort of spun off from Night of the Living Dead, what's your favorite? Comment down below and let me know what you think. Also, remember to subscribe to this channel for more content. I'm always posting new videos. And make sure you give this one a like if you found it helpful. I'm Taylor T. Carlson. I'll see you next time.